Do you envision a world where your character from Nobody and John Wick could team up and actually do a fight scene together? I mean, it'd be just with David Leitch's name being on it, and like even throw in Charlize Theron's Atomic Blonde character. You guys three do a fight scene. What do you think that would look like if that could happen?
Well, I'm not sure I would look so good in that with those two also on screen. I don't know if I want to compete with those two. I mean, I got to do a movie with Charlize, but I'll tell you what. If I'm sitting in the audience and I'm looking at Bob Odenkirk and Charlize Theron and Keanu Reeves, I'm probably watching Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron.
On the bus scene, the scene that really kind of hit me was watching your character get hurt. Those are really interesting things. And I think those play into the idea of making it more realistic, right?
Kevin, that's the whole deal, man. That's when I think I could do an action movie. What I thought is, what can I bring to that? I thought I have a certain degree of intensity and rage that you've seen me do in comedy, where I go, on Mr. Show a lot, and people love it. They laugh because it's like so surprising. So I have that, but I also thought, what if I I'm going to do my own fighting. I'm going to train so I can do my own fighting, which is something we don't always see. But also, I'm going to really try to stay in the character, even in the fight. So, I'm not going to just go on autopilot. And part of that is, what if there was more of a sense of, the pain and the damage accruing through the fight, so that at the end of the fight, I don't have that unbelievable, clean energy that you start your day with.
I'll end on this only because I found it interesting that your character had a 12-year history and kind of what he was dealing with, and now he has a family and kind of got away from that. Hypothetically speaking, I kind of envisioned what it would be like to see Saul maybe move on. And I know at the end of Breaking Bad, we see what happens at the beginning of Better Call Saul. He's working at the Cinnabon. But I mean, if could you imagine him maybe years down the line being able to find a family and have a family and be able to move on with his life and kind of live like this character was living and kind of put that all beside him?
Well, this is a conversation that we're having even now as you and I speak. The 6th season we're starting to shoot. I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I would love to see what could happen if Saul Goodman, Jimmy McGill, could put his life back into a better place after all that he's seen and done. I don't know if the guys who write the show and the women, Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould, are the leaders in it. I don't know if they see humanity the same way I do. Sometimes my argument is, sometimes we learn the right lessons. Maybe it's not every time. Maybe it's not all the time. But I know a lot of people who've made a better life, maybe after having to learn some hard lessons. And I would love to see that on screen, partly because I've grown to like the character, and I wish he could have a better understanding of himself and the world and a peace with the world. I'm not sure that's where we're headed. In fact, I would put money that we're not.